We are live. Hello, everybody. What is up? Welcome. I am Jherica KD9ORR. This is my channel, the Jherica channel. And today we are going to be talking, I am going to be doing all the chatting. Your fate is in my hands, and I hope you are okay with that. We are going to be talking to some of my friends that also happen to be young hams in the amateur radio hobby, and we're going to be having some fun talking about a wide range of topics. But before I introduce our awesome and spectacular guests, I am a YouTuber, and I have been told that there are a couple buttons down below, the like button, the comment button, and the subscribe button. Just click a couple of those, I guess. I'm professional YouTuber. So, without any further ado, let us bring some people in. Elizabeth, hello.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
I'm on the stream.
You are?
Yeah. Okay, hi, my name's Elizabeth. My call sign is KD9ORR. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, I guess. I like do stuff with a local club we made called ILYH. I don't know, I'm just having a good time. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Next person, Jherica. There you go.
Hi, I'm Jherica. My call sign is KI5HTA. I'm from Mississippi, and I do a lot of POTA, and I'm the president of the ham radio club at my school, so I'm really big with all that. So
awesome. And I have figured out that I made one vital error. I believe this broadcast is currently set to private, so I am just going to... Let's see. I'm going to fix that real quick. Okay. It says it's public. It says that we are public. Okay. Ham Radio Dude, thank you for the $2 donation. Where's the audio interface? It's with my AP exams. I am getting there. I promise I am getting there.
Is this your first super chat?
Yeah. Wait, that is my first super chat. Ham Radio
God.
Dude.
Monetization. Google AdSense. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for the super chat. And I have one more person who has just been quietly waiting this entire time. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sam, NW70, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, I do ham radio stuff.
Yes, awesome.
Well put, indeed.
So that is the epic lineup that we have for today. First off, I feel like I am kind of obligated to ask this as a fellow student. How are your finals going, people?
Do we have an order?
What?
Talking?
Should we just go in the order we introduced ourselves in?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm a senior, and therefore my schedule's being a little weird. The teachers are kind of tapping out, and so are the students. So I don't have a ton of final exams, but there are a lot of final projects, and I made the mistake of deciding to do the final project for English. I'm going to be rotoscoping an animation, and that's one of the most time-consuming things that I could have chosen to do. But the final effect is going to be awesome, so I'm just trying to be positive about finishing that. I don't know. There's my thing.
Awesome. Real quick, people in chat. Jherica, your father said, all right, folks, super chat her up. So,
yeah, I see that.
Radio Dude, thank you for the super chat. M0JE. Oh, thank you for the super chat to celebrate my first super chat. Good game. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Ham Radio DX. $10 for the YLs. Congrats, guys. Good to see you guys on here representing Ham Radio. I used to be young once. I used to have time once. I can relate to that feeling. Ham Radio Dude, 1776. Thank you so much for the donations, guys. Chuck KK6USY, thank you. Great to see you all loving Ham Radio. I always love Ham Radio. Ham Radio TV. I just wanted to one up Dude. Awesome to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Kyle, final suck. I agree. And with that, K&MRG, thank you for the super chat. With that, Jherica, that's an awesome segment for finals.
Okay. My last day of school was actually last week, so I'm out of school, but I'm going into school again this summer. I'm doing college classes this whole summer. So, but my finals were they were pretty. I really only had 2 AP tests to take, so it wasn't too busy, but it was definitely a lot of studying. So,
How have your finals been going, Sam?
Technically my last day of school was yesterday, but this whole past week was just finals, and I haven't actually been to school in like 2 or 3 weeks, because of how our online thing is done. But yeah, I finished my test like 4 weeks ago, so I've been done for a while.
Awesome.
That's so long. I feel horrible now. I'm so far away.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sean, thank you for the super chat. Ham Radio DX, boom, thank you for the super chat. Ham Radio Crash Course, thank you for the super chat for the 7,300 fund. Yes, I will be moving out eventually, and I will miss that radio. James Jenner with the super chat says daughter loves watching, is working on her technician.
Aww.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, tell her I say hi, and that ham radio is awesome and amazing. And Kaijo Hani, thank you for the super chat as well. Okay. Chat is really just running all over us at this point in time. Okay, so I feel like wow, English. My brain is functioning at such a high level right now. So what is everybody working on in the hobby right now? What cool projects are you working on?
This summer I'm going to be working with some people like from the area to build like a Pico balloon with a APRS transmitter in it. So it'll be like a weather balloon that'll be launched into the air, and you'll be able to track it with APRS signals. So I'm really excited about that. No like super solid plans yet, but it's in the works.
Wow, that is epic. Oh god, not Elizabeth. Jherica, what are you working on?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of POTA lately, finding new parks to activate, unactivated parks, stuff like that. Those are my favorite. Beating my dad in every single activation. So, yeah. Trying to brush up on my CW too.
Ever since we got out of that CW class, I have not been practicing.
It's still like it's there, but it's just like I still know how to do it, and it's just like my words per minute is so slow.
I know. Okay, real quick, another super chat break. CHBI89, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my gosh. Okay, and Sam, what are you working on running your gigantic station?
Well, my gigantic station that someone else owns for me.
Okay, well, you still operate it.
Yeah. And I got to give a shout out to W2RE on that. Not really working on too much, just operating. Do FT8 mostly these days. Working on getting more DX.
Nice.
Yep.
Speaking of FT8, that is what I've been working on. I was in the Hamfest chats earlier, and I may or may not have gotten bullied into trying to attend the the FT8 off this evening, and so I am now now rushing to try and set up a bunch of gear that I have not set up before. I think I uttered the sentence that has never before been heard, which is, "Dad, let me turn on the straight iron real quick. I'm going to set up my antenna." One of those got completed. I have my KM4ACK NFED halfway up in the yard. So we will see what happens with that. But it's been a while since I've done FT8, a while since I've done Morse code, but I'm hoping that I have some time over the summer to like get back into all the different fun things you can do with amateur radio. Okay, moving on down. What would you say is your favorite part of the hobby? I know for Jherica, this answer is probably POTA. And I would probably say the same thing. What would you say, Elizabeth?
I think my favorite part of the hobby is like the making aspect of it, like being able to build things, to like write your own code, and like to see like a physical like effect of radio waves bouncing off of the atmosphere or just through a local repeater. I like the hands-on art.
Yeah, I will say, I am legally required to ask this question. After our POTA activation, have you become addicted to POTA?
No, because don't really have any equipment. But I'm hoping this summer, like slowly but surely, I'll be able to do like at least something with it. Trust me, if it were any easier, I would be like currently like outside doing POTA. But it is that first activation is a memory that I will always hold extremely dear.
Nice. I will say a little bit of behind the scenes tidbit. Every time my dad is streaming in here, there's a window right there. I walk by and I go like that, and he just walked by and just like like hi. Okay, moving on. Sam, what is your favorite part of the hobby?
Probably just seeing how far signals can go. That's always really cool to see who you get to talk to, who you find on the other end, whether it be on voice, hearing some interesting people, or an FT8 when you look at their QRZ page and they're some cool person, off in Kazakhstan or whatever. Just seeing who you're talking to is always awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna run back to chat. Brian, 88GI, thank you for the super chat. Ham Radio DX, by the way, when I said as my response to whether or not I like the hoodie, the answer was yes. I am loving that hoodie. I'm wearing it so often. Ham Radio DX says, here's another $20 for you to be on the FT8 off. See you all in a few hours. Thanks, guys. You're an inspiration to all young hams. Hopefully, I'm like hoping that I get to be on the FT8 off. And then Tim W8NGT says POTA rocks. I would agree. I think out of all of the things that I've done in ham radio, I don't want to say 100%, but like I love POTA. There's something about like setting stuff up and then like the satisfaction of activating the park. Have you ever done a POTA activation, Sam?
I have not. I would like to.
No, we're gonna have to get on that.
Don't really have the equipment to do it right now. Seeing as the radios I operate are mostly in New York, but
we might have to fix that.
I do have a radio right there, but I just don't have a good antenna or power supply for doing POTA.
Yeah, that's what I would. That was like the thing that kept me from doing POTA for a long time, and I know that's what kept my dad doing it. And then, of course, I got the G90 and the BioNO and stuff from K&MRD, and I have been nonstop POTA activating. Like, even if there's not a video out about a POTA activation that I've done, I've been activating pretty much like once a month or more, and it is so much fun. I will say, I am hoping to do a Summits on the Air activation. I don't know if anybody in chat has seen the video. There's a video that I did where I drove an hour, looked at the summit, was like, my car can't go through that snow, and drove an hour back. But hopefully I'm going for the redo of that, but just actually doing the summit, activating the summit. So what is your favorite gear? Any particular gear that you use that you just love and think is absolutely wonderful?
The radio in my house is a Kenwood TMD 700. That's the right model number. Always trying to remember it. It's just a VHF UHF radio, but it has a I'm just blanking on terminology this morning. I don't remember why. I don't know why, but basically you can do packet. Oh, the TNC is built into the radio, so you can do packet without worrying about like an external sound card, which is fun. That's the thing that I use in the house.
Nice. I will say I have not done much with APRS or packet stuff, so I totally know what you're talking about. And at some point, we're gonna have to like switch expertises, and if that's even the right word.
My goal is to make like a BBS on a local repeater that you can like go into with packet. That's gonna be the next project, so I'll keep you updated on that.
Awesome.
My local club has one of those. Haven't used it yet, but
You
it
should.
does seem
It's
cool.
very interesting. Old technology, but still like
Yeah, that's something that ham radios really made me like more, is that old technology. And yeah, that's really cool. Especially Leah, your dad's videos have let me learn a lot about that.
My dad is a monster when it comes to putting out videos. He just does not stop, and honestly, he's kind of making me look bad.
Speaking of your dad's videos, this was one of your dad's videos.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to see if it's like on the shelf behind me.
Oh, it's a Tandy.
No,
oh,
this is it. It's not. It went from that shelf to my house. So.
Oh no, it's not on the shelf anymore because you have it. Oh, that's awesome. I will say, I think my dad wishes
temporarily offline for that.
I think my dad is wishes I was slightly more into vintage electronics. I had to at some point. But that's that is awesome. Jherica, any gear you particularly like using?
Well, okay. I love the G90, obviously, and the power supply we got with it and all that. Love it. I've been really into using the 705 for POTA, the ICOM 705 for POTA activations lately.
I knew you would say
that. Not to flex. It's my pride and joy. But yeah, those are definitely my top two.
What about you, Sam? Any notable?
Well, the radio I have is an FT450. That's a fantastic radio, especially for beginners. I really like that. But most of my operating is done through flexes remote.
Yeah.
gotta flex the flexes. But yeah. So also Yellow Fang.
Yeah, my dad is one of those. I am a proud wielder of the camo fang. My sister's got the blue fang. My other sister has the red fang. Like, we've got pretty much every UV5R color that they make. We have it. I will say,
them, like you collect them like Pokemon. Like one's an electric type, one's a water type. This one's ground.
Okay, real quick, Jarrett Green, thank you for the super chat for POTA and your DX Commander build video that saved my butt. Well, I'm glad that building that was it wasn't difficult. It was just something that I was like, some other people might also want to see this. So I was like, yeah, I'll put together a video on it. K6ARK said some Soda Expedition gas money. Hope to get you Soda Summit to Summit. That's what S2S stands for. Summit to Summit. I will say my car is not as good as it could be right now. I am still working on that a little bit.
Yeah, and then move right on past that one.
Yeah, just calmly just move right past the car issue. Brian W5BDJ, love seeing young folks getting into radio. Thanks for the stream. Well, thank you for watching the stream and thank you for supporting young people in amateur radio. I also see that my dad said, that's okay, I have Becca. I don't know what you were saying, but...
I think that was the vintage computers.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always knew you loved her more. I mean, that's okay. And Sam, temporarily offline. I was going to say dad, but dad says, thanks for the shout out. Susan says, well, KD2QBV. All these call signs are just going in one ear out the other. A drop in the 7300 fun bucket. Great conversation. Thank you so much. And then Steve KO4AFL. What is up, Steve KO4AFL? YLs and YMs on the air and YouTube. I will say I had to change like the thumbnail from saying YL gang to saying Young Hams, which was not something I ever anticipated doing, but I'm not complaining because more young people is always
Sam can be an honorary YL. It's fine. Get some extra points on those contests.
Honorable mention.
I will say as far as gear that I love, just my G90. My G90 is my baby. My heart, my soul goes into that radio. It's super easy to use. Every single video that you've seen pretty much on my channel has the G90 in it, and there's a reason, because it is epic. Okay. And then I think, let's see. Of course, the hot button topic is how
Oh, yeah.
you can see Elizabeth like I have something
Reaching out
to
of my
say.
chair. Please pick me. Please pick me.
I think you should let Sam go first this time, just to bully her.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, we are going to be talking to you last about this. I'm sorry, Elizabeth.
It's okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Elizabeth's like, it's okay, silently. It's just like crying in the inside. She's like, but I got so much to say. Okay, so the question, oh gosh, the question of, I think I need some more of my temporarily offline water.
Self promo, or is no dad promo?
Dad promo.
You better be getting paid for that.
The question of the hour is, how do we get more hams into amateur radio? Obviously, each of us enjoys the hobby, loves the hobby for pretty different reasons. I think we'd have like a wide variety of reasons here. But what can we do to get more hams that are our age or younger or slightly older? No OMs though. How can we get more of them instead? Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so
TED Talk time.
There's been a lot more conversation online about. Yeah, this is literally the TED Talk. Okay, get ready. There's been a lot more conversation online about getting youth into ham radio. Like Leah's over here making her videos. There's been more like podcast episodes on it, I've noticed, and with that has always. With every like new kind of social thing, there's always a little bit of pushback on it as well. And the big kind of like rhetorical thing I've seen certain people say is that, well, if young people aren't interested in amateur radio, why bother like catering to them? Like, who cares? Let's just give up and keep catering to the OMs because they're already into it. We can expand our base there. And if that's your prerogative, like getting more guys into the hobby, then probably nothing I can do to change that. But I will say that there is a reason to get young people to amateur radio. I mean, first, look around. Here's 4 people proving that amateur radio isn't like intrinsically not interesting to young people.
Yeah.
And in addition, because amateur radio is a hobby about wireless technology, and our world is becoming more and more dependent on wireless technology. This is a hobby. Oh no, his computer died probably. Sorry, Sam.
He just texted me saying you should probably go ahead and let me go because he said his computer was gonna go at some point. So I will real quickly interrupt you, Elizabeth, and say it was amazing and awesome having you here, Sam. I really enjoyed getting to talk to you and getting to talk to other person my age in the hobby. So it was really awesome having you here. Elizabeth, continue with your TED Talk.
Yeah, so basically, too long didn't read. Amateur radio prepares people for actual technical careers because our world is based on wireless technology. And amateur radio is a hobby that combines a lot of already like explosive things among younger people, which is like the coding movement among young people and the makers movement among young people. Like this hobby is part of that. And I think really all that needs to be done to make it more appealing to young people is what I'm sure Leah will say is don't be mean. Like, please be respectful and understand that people don't always have the same like preconceptions of certain concepts that you do. And I guess one thing I would say is that often, at least when you go online in the amateur radio space, most content is built towards appealing to existing hams.
Yeah.
Most videos are about like, here's X radio with this X new feature, let's review it.
Or they're like super in-depth and complex and I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, or like here's this very specific technical concept and let's do a breakdown of it. And that content is great. Like obviously it has a place on the internet. But that's not necessarily what's going to appease new people. Like you already have to be an electrical engineer to see that and go like, yes, I'm on the same wavelength as you. That's awesome.
Mr. Toast from from the Mario Kart weekly streams is an electrical engineer, and I will get him into amateur radio.
He's close, I can tell. But anyway, that doesn't mean you have to dumb down concepts for people. It just means that you have to present them in a way that's more accessible. So rather than I bought X radio that does X thing, do I did X thing, and X thing is somehow like
awesome.
It's cool and it's benefited by that new feature in your radio. Like
I think that's the thing when like people are like, how do we get more young people into amateur radio? And I'm like, and usually it comes from well-meaning like uncles, grandparents, dads. Like they're usually the ones who are like, I have a kid. Like, how do I get them interested in amateur radio? And normally what I say is like, if they're not interested, you haven't shown them something that they would be interested in yet, or they haven't participated in something they've been interested in yet. So like if my dad tried to show me like FT8 at the very beginning, I would have been like, you go, Dad, and I would have walked right out of the room. Like I had to be shown POTA, for example, to be like, oh my gosh, wait, like this is epic. And once I found POTA, then I like started moving on into other portions of the hobby. But like, yes?
Yes, I have a perfectly non-amateur radio anecdote for that.
Okay.
So, like, when I was a kid and I got into programming, I didn't get into programming because of object-oriented programming. So, like, if there's any programmers out there, object-oriented programming does not make a beginner excited. What excited me as a child was the fact that I got to make cool games with programming languages. I got to turn on my computer and make little things happen. You can that's how the programming making movement started, and we don't need to like try and invent from our heads how to expand the horizons of this hobby to other people, because the blueprint is already there. Just look at what the other technical hobbies have done to create more engineers and do what they've done. Like, it's right there. Just copy them, please. I'm begging you.
That's honestly what I feel is the most beneficial when it comes to getting new hams and young hams into the hobby, is like, show them something they're interested in. And if you show someone something that they're interested in, they will go 100% in on it. They will do it. And they will love it because it's something that they're interested in. It's something that they're passionate about. So, like, it's funny because, like, when I started the hobby, would I have expected to be standing in my yard in my pajamas in 2-foot snow at 5:30 a.m. trying to get a satellite for SSTV? No way. Zero chance would I have thought that that's what I was going to be doing. But I was introduced to this world, and I was introduced because my dad is an amateur radio. I wanted to spend time with him because I'm a good daughter occasionally, but that's why I got into amateur radio. And since then I've done so many different things, and that's what what I try and do with my videos is I'm trying to show other young hams, like, this is something you can do. This is why it's awesome. This is something you can do. This is why it's awesome. And the best part is you can literally just sit with your 7300 at night and just like talk to the old men over in Mississippi and be like, hey, and they'll be like, you know, when I was a young boy, I was in Minnesota and I fell through the ice on my lake. And that was a conversation that I had, and it was wonderful because I liked just talking to people. And so that was really what got me interested in the hobby, was like all the different things you could do.
Yeah. All those cool things trickle down into the like technical engineering parts of it. So don't feel like young people don't want to put in the effort to learn about electrons. They do. They just want to have fun, and then through that they will learn about the electrons.
Yeah.
Okay,
I will say,
I remember.
Jherica, go ahead.
I remember what got me into it. Mine's a lot simpler than that, but I was probably about like, I would say like 7 or 8, and it was my dad, obviously, and he had like, I have one right in front of me right now. I'm literally looking at it. That's why I keep looking up. It's a map of the world, and he would give me these colored pins, and every single time he'd make a contact, I'd push the pin into wherever he
That's so cool.
wherever he made the contact. And it would just like, I liked seeing it collect over time. And then once the country filled up, we'd get like a colored marker and color it in. And it was always so cool. And I really enjoyed that. And then over time, it just kind of developed into like, okay, what if I was pushing my own pins with people I was contacting myself, not people my dad is contacting? And so I have stickers for it now because that's a lot easier. But now I have, and it doesn't poke as many holes in my wall either. But yeah, I have stickers all over both of my maps right now of all the contacts I've made nationally and internationally. And then as for getting more youth into it, I'm the president of like a club at my school, of a ham radio club. I think that's a really big way to do it. Talking about it with youth, spreading love, like putting that idea in their minds that ham radio is definitely an option. And even though it seems like when you're young, it seems so complex, like it seems so like difficult to understand, but understanding that if you really apply yourself and you really are interested in this, that you're gonna get it eventually. Getting kids licensed, not just licensed, just like giving them the equipment. Like I've seen so many kids that my dad teaches that have been interested in ham radio before and have been for a very long time, but they just weren't given the equipment to have that opportunity. And my dad actually, he gives a radio to every kid that gets licensed, just a little handheld one, just to get them started. You know, I think that's really important, making sure that they can have equipment just to get them interested in it. Because I feel like it's not interesting at all if you're not actually doing anything in it.
Yeah, the barrier to entry, like price-wise, is definitely an issue. And like now the FCC is out there with their new licensing fees, and like, you know. Anyway, I won't get on that.
Okay, real quick. Good game. Where did the super chats go? Keep them rolling. Thank you for the super chat. Dad, fun first, test second. That's something that my dad goes through and says all the time. Fun first, test second. And the test is really just not the most fun part of the hobby. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, get a better radio than dad fun. Chris C, thank you for the super chat. I will do that. EG says, what are your channels? I'd like to drop them on my daughter, be able to hint them to her. Okay, I am Astrolia. It's a channel that this is being streamed on. I do a lot of POTA activations. I occasionally build antennas. I do FT8, and I generally just like to have fun in the hobby and show other people how to have fun in the hobby. Where can they reach you, other two people?
For me, I don't have a channel, but I go subscribe to my dad's channel if you want to see more of me. It's just Good Game Ham Radio and Outdoors. He should be in chat right now. He has like a little black logo that, not to flex, I designed that logo.
Yeah, I didn't design this one. This was the favorite child designing this.
Yeah, if you want to see more of me, or just in general, just ham radio stuff, I would go sub to him.
I don't have I have a channel, but I don't like. It's not an actual like YouTube channel. But maybe I should start. If you want to like talk to me directly, you can go to ilyh.club, like CLUB, and we have a link to our Discord server there. The webpage is under construction, but you can talk to like my local club there. And I don't know if I become a YouTuber this summer, I will collaborate with Leah, and from there you can find my future content, I suppose.
Awesome. And then the Smoking Ape, thank you so much for the super chat. Joel Ruben Cam, I'm probably butchering that. Keep inspiring, great job, NF3R. Thank you so much. Oh gosh, okay. So this is halfway through the stream at this point. That's crazy. I feel like I've just been talking the whole time, which is kind of the point.
been me talking over people. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Real quick, if you are new and you are joining us, I am Astrolia KD9LFC. This is Elizabeth KD9ORR, that one, and then Jherica KI5HTA. We are all members of the YL gang, and we're all friends, kind of. we don't hate each other. We're all friends.
Wait, Leah, you just hit 100 likes.
Oh, did I hit 100 likes? Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. That was what I was going to say next. Thank you, everybody, so much. If you are watching this, if you have been super chatting, if you've been doing the likes, like, thank you so much for supporting me in my YouTube journey. I think it's been absolutely insane the number of people who have helped me out so much along the way, and it's because of the YouTube and because of the different clubs and things that I've been a part of that I got to meet these other awesome YLs and other awesome young hams. So I also would like to give a shout out to Trevor and Mr. Toast, and Wookie was in here earlier. Remember when I said people that I would get my Mario Kart friends into ham radio? Those people are all in ham radio. Well, they're not in ham radio, but they will be. And they are all young people as well. So if they have any questions in chat, make sure to answer them. And if anybody else has any questions in chat, I feel like we've been talking and not really like talking to people in chat. But if you're in chat, if you've got any questions, then I will try and see if I can answer them. And if not, then I think I will be keeping a closer look on the chat going forward. But anything, I know I interrupted the marvelous conversation. Anything else you guys have to say about the topic of getting young hams into amateur radio? Oh, wait,
Elizabeth.
You go first. This time?
Wait, we have, real quick, I will interrupt you again. We have Sam joining from mobile.
Oh, yeah.
He can
Well, I don't know.
Hello.
I don't know how well this is gonna work. So
Your audio
We can
actually
hear you
sounds
fine.
pretty good.
Your camera's better than ours.
Do you have anything to say about the topic of getting young hams into amateur radio?
not really. I mean, well, I guess giving them opportunities to enjoy ham radio, see what it has to offer. I got involved through Boy Scouts, so I think that's a fantastic way. Different organizations that we can reach out to show off what we do, and local clubs can have a big part of that. Working with different organizations for youth in order to get in front of them.
Mm-hmm. I think that's like the main thing is just the majority of kids at my school don't know amateur radio exists. And if they do, it's because they know me as that astronaut girl. And I'm not kidding you. There are people at my school who literally just refer to me as that astronaut girl. And they know that I am weird and I like amateur radio. And I'm trying to get more people into it. But I think that's really like the way that you get people into it is by like showing people that it exists, giving them opportunities to get involved. Because if you don't know it exists, you literally can't. You literally can't.
Yeah. One time I brought a Baofeng to school. Oh, Sam is talking, or maybe he is not. I'm not sure. All right, I'm just gonna keep going.
He's
Yeah,
frozen.
sorry.
He just has that stare.
Yes, I once brought a Baofeng to my school. I'm the captain of my school's first robotics team, and I led. It was the previous year, so I was leader of our electronics subsystem, and so all the people there were already interested, at least in a sense, with electronics. And they saw the Baofeng, and they have never heard of amateur radio before, and they were all already. I kind of explained a little bit to them, and their interest was piqued. They're already interested. Yeah. But there are so many barriers a lot of the times in the way, and they're slowly coming down. Like now we have virtual testing. I feel like the best thing you can do is make a good example of your hobby online, encourage like diversity in the hobby. If you do fun things, put them on the internet and share them with people, not just within ham circles, but among lots of different kinds and groups of people.
Yeah, that's something that like I've really seen when it comes to Mario Kart. Like for those of you who aren't aware, I stream on Twitch under Thunder Sisters, and we stream Mario Kart. And they don't know what amateur radio is, but I've had so many of the people that watch me over on Twitch say, I watch your POTA videos not because I know what's going on, but because it looks fun. And And I'm like, okay, well, now this has opened up the gateway for me to be like, so POTA, Parks on the Air. And I was thinking about this earlier. It's like the whole like Mario Kart thing kind of relates perfectly to amateur radio because like I'm not a pro gamer. I pretend that I am. I'm not. I'm not a gamer in any sense of the word. But I show up and I have a fun time, and I try and do the same thing in amateur radio.
Twitch channel. That is,
I think
congratulations, you're a gamer.
You're like ninja level now.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, hey.
Ninja, okay. I had a close encounter with Ninja once, worst day of my life. I'll tell that story off stream.
Yeah.
He lives in my area. We're gonna tell that story later.
You want to tell that story when you're already friends with Leah? Like those are equal calibers.
No, Leah is a better streamer than Ninja.
Yeah.
I am definitely something. Also, chat is talking about how they need to figure out how to bottle my energy, make it an energy drink. They want to see me on coffee. They want to see me with an energy drink. No,
you on coffee. So
Coffee's now a
I have a quite vivid memory.
See, good for that.
I have a quite vivid memory of the one time my friend didn't want her coffee at school, so she gave it to me. And I was so hyper every single morning class. But then here's the catch. It's the way down that hits me because I was in my English class. I just started sobbing uncontrollably in the middle of my English class. And my teacher came over and she was like, Leah, like, you okay? Like, what's going on? And I was like, I had coffee. And yeah, you just don't want to see me on coffee. That's not something that you want to see.
Okay, what about you on like a Monster Energy drink?
Any kind of caffeine. Honestly, my dad has some in the fridge. We can test this experiment. We can do that.
18 minutes left. Let's go. We have time.
Come to Chicago. I'll show you our favorite coffee thing, and we can do a test. We have experiment. Yeah, we have lots of coffee in my house. If you're looking to.
Good Game drinks like 6 pots of coffee a day.
Yeah, you may have to fight him if you want to get your hands on it, but like
that's a lot. My dad doesn't even drink that much. I don't know. We just always like draw comparisons. We have dads because that's like the target demographic of amateur radio. A lot of the time, I feel like we need to like go out of our way to stop talking about dads because they get too much attention in these videos as is.
We have so many coffee pots.
No offense, love them, but
we have a Keurig and we have a regular coffee pot, and he has a coffee pot at the school. And I'm moving into like a college dorm for 2 months this summer to take college classes. And the first thing he looks at me, he goes, "Oh, you're gonna need a Keurig to take." First thing he says.
Awesome.
Now I have one. Now I have a mini one.
Real quick, Grimaldi, thank you for the super chat. CB radio was my gateway drug. I have never tried CB radio, but I'm sure I think my dad has a CB radio and is like maybe licensed. I have no clue what's going on with that. But
there's no license.
I don't know.
CB, buddy.
I'm like,
buddy, old pal, rubber duck, whatever they say.
See, I clearly have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm already hooked on amateur radio, but whatever way you can to like hook yourself into amateur radio, it's awesome. Lee W4LFH, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. And then K9CSE says there's a lot of info out there, but I feel like new hams could greatly benefit from a really polished guide that distills down the absolute best info. That seems like a project that Elizabeth can work on. I'm just kidding.
Does anybody want to help? Because
I will. Okay.
I
like honestly,
but it's way harder than it sounds. I feel like that was something that IARU tried to do, like a get more youth into radio like focus group, and it like dissolved instantly, but that was one of the things that was brought up, and I still want to do that. So let's do it. That's the thing we've come up with during this stream.
Honestly, I would love to do that. I would love to. Okay, and then Dave B, thank you so much for the super chat. My 10-year-old daughter heard a repeater ID on my mobile and says, "Hey, that sounds like one of the scenes on Among Us game." I'm slowly trying to normalize ham radio too.
That's good. That's good. Why
not? Wait,
YL
that's
Among Us
weird.
YL Among
I would
Us?
play.
Among Us?
I would die every single time, but I would play. No, that's so weird to like think that there is a child out there that knows what Among Us is before they know what amateur radio is. I feel old. I feel old.
Yeah.
You want to do an Among Us game after this? Hold up.
I don't actually have the game installed. Sorry.
Neither do I.
I know.
It's free.
Jherica, I know. Do you guys have Phasmophobia?
No.
My brother and I love that game. It's
remember how I said I was a gamer? I solely mean Mario Kart gamer, and occasionally Super Mario Galaxy. But like, if it doesn't play on the Nintendo Wii, like I don't play it.
Super Mario Galaxy is like my favorite game.
It looks so good. I want to say that.
Pokemon, Super Mario Galaxy.
No,
everything else.
No, the Legend of Zelda games. The Legend of Zelda
God.
games.
Okay, moving on.
13.
Matt Grabara just messed that up. Thank you so much for the super chat. Today I passed my full license extra on your side of the pond. Thanks to Leah, I found my way into the hobby after starting out last year and got a G9. You got into the hobby because of me? Congratulations on getting your full whatever it is on that side of the pond, your extra license. That's insane. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. I'm an influencer. Remember when I said I was a big gamer? I mean, I'm also such a big influencer.
I mean, you've influenced. That's an influencer, right?
That's so, oh gosh. Oh gosh.
You are an influencer. Oh my god. I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, you know what this means, Elizabeth? This means you've met an influencer in real life.
Oh, that's so crazy. Well, she already told us about her ninja encounter, so I know.
He doesn't count.
I was just like vaguely in the presence of ninja. Okay, so like in Chicago, there's this like kind of a chain of like internet cafes, but with like really good PCs so you can play video games. Ooh. And my brother like went there, and thought he was gonna play video games with some friends, but Ninja rented the whole place out for all day, and it was heartbreaking.
Wow.
Heartbreaking.
Okay.
Can you imagine just trying to play games with your friends and then Ninja
just like, sorry kid, I gotta
get out.
Fortnite tournament here. We got a #1 victory. Okay, I'll stop.
No, we do not mention that game on stream, especially not my stream. It's like mentioning the other science fiction franchise that starts with star that is nowhere near as good as Star Trek. We don't mention that.
Star Wars?
No, I did not. I said do not mention it.
My sister was crying yesterday about the episode where like Barclay, like he taps into the Enterprise's like computer and his like mind is like enhanced by. She was like, I couldn't watch. I felt so bad. That's what
I love Star Trek. I have been properly educated on all things technological by my dad, and one of those things has carried over into my love of Star Trek.
You should watch it, Jherica.
She
doesn't
actually
want to, I can tell, but she
actually
said.
I actually was thinking earlier, we have now we've started a whole chat conversation. Moving on, I was thinking about Huntsville Ham Fest this summer, and I am super excited about going there. I'm gonna meet a whole bunch of people and also get my extra license, which should be pretty fun. Is anybody else here going to the Huntsville Ham Fest? I'm so excited. Oh gosh, that's gonna be crazy. They're gonna need to like sedate me or something so I don't explode with energy. I think
we should give you a Red Bull right before actually.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh gosh.
You guys should like a booth there, like a Young Hams booth.
We should
sit there. People can be like, "What can I do to get my grandson into amateur radio?" And you can answer their questions. So nice.
Wyle's giving advice.
What? The Wyelmers.
It's just a bunch of us in like fold-out chairs, just sitting there drinking,
Just like
drinking tea and stuff.
You
Yeah.
You want to get him
like
into?
the dad fold-out chair, like at the baseball game. Like
I-
you need those.
Yeah. It's like there's the circle of OMs that are over there like drinking and like talking about old people stuff. And then there's just the circle of YLs just like drinking water.
Do people
Just
drink
like
at Hamfest? Is that a thing?
apparently.
I've never been to a Hamfest, so I don't know.
I don't know. Elizabeth, would you like to hitch a ride with us? I'm sure my dad would approve.
Perhaps if you'd like to bring me, sure.
I will actually
Let me know.
ask
Let
my
me
dad
know.
about that. So Dad, you're in chat.
Hitch a ride. It's only 3 states away.
This is
You're
an awkward time to plan a carpool.
We can POTA all the way down. My dog is going to be in the car. She is a border collie and she's insane.
Dog, I remember.
And she's named after cheese.
Yes, her name is Colby Jack, and she hates being on my stream. I legitimately tried to bring her on stream one day, and she like ran out of the room, and I was like,
How
"Just
did
leave
she
me alone."
know
I don't know.
that it's streaming?
I don't know.
Leah's dog has
Okay.
a stream of conscious confirmed.
She does some weird things. Also, she knows how to open my bedroom door in the morning, so she can wake me up at like 6 a.m. I don't
That
know.
must be
Border collies
horrifying.
wacky. So we have 9 minutes left. Any closing thoughts? Anything you would like to say? Because we have quite a big audience, not as big, like a much bigger audience than I'm used to having on my YouTube channel. So anything you'd like to say for young hams everywhere, or for yourself, or anything?
I love amateur radio. Thank you for coming to the stream. It's a good hobby. I hope to meet more young people in amateur radio. Thank you.
I will say that video that the latest video that I posted on my channel was actually a video where I did a POTA with Elizabeth, the very Elizabeth right there. And she started out the video by saying, "I'm here for the pain, I'm here for the suffering.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Something like that.
I'm here for the tears." And I was like, hopefully hanging out with me is slightly more fun than crying.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like we would suffer like together, like comrades in arms.
Like comrades.
That's the kind of thing that, you know, I'm sorry, I'm a robotics kid, so that's just,
Make it sound
my
like it's a
perpetual
battlefield.
existence. That's what it is. That's
We
what it
we
is.
ended up suffering so badly as well because we finished the POTA activation, and I legitimately went in for the high five. It's 50 degrees. We've been outside for 2 hours at this point.
It's
I
not
went in
50
for the
degrees,
high-
it's like 20.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
You
Wait,
remember
no,
me
it-
complaining about the
it was
temperature?
It was like 30. It was like 30 degrees actually.
Was it?
Wow.
Oh, I thought you said it wasn't
like-
50 though.
No, it was not
It
50. It was
50.
cold. Because like the second our hands connected, like we immediately like ran away. We're like, no, it hurts so bad. Okay. Jherica, any closing remarks from you?
Oh, okay. Me.
No,
Me,
we're
guys.
just never gonna talk to you again for the rest of the stream. It's just not gonna happen.
It's just me sitting here smiling the whole time. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, me
all that-
too.
I had all that
You're
time to
good.
think about what I was gonna say.
No,
Then they come up with everything.
Okay, wait. Subtle coffee mug plug. You can just think about it for a
Again.
couple more seconds.
Okay, guys. Now that we're done with that, yeah, I would say closing statements. Oh wow, okay. Okay, here we go. I got something. Don't worry. I want to say that I'm really glad I was able to make it today. Because I always enjoy these streams. I love them so much. They have a very special place in my heart. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. I'm like on Ham and you guys in real life eventually. And I'm looking forward to absolutely destroying you at POTA. So
No. I will win. There is zero contest.
I'm
oh,
gonna-
there is definitely a contest, and I will definitely win it.
It's gonna be the two of you like battling, and then I'm gonna be like standing over here.
She's our cheerleader.
Yeah. Go.
She brings us snacks.
Awesome. Well, I am going to take a couple minutes to finish out some last things. Would you guys like to be on screen, or do you want me to be alone on screen? Because I'll be alone on screen.
Do you want us to be with you? We'll be there with you.
Okay, awesome. I'm not alone. Todd WH6DWF says, Leah, mahalo for convincing me to buy my G90. I love the G90. It is amazing. I love it. Let's see. And then KC7ZXY, thank you for the super chat. This is blowing my mind. Like, I'm sorry, I can't even function. Thank you. Yeah, the little
sticker that's lifting weights.
That's me. Oh gosh. Okay, so as far as the end of the stream goes, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you for everybody who did any super chats or anything. You guys don't know how much it means to me that you guys support me in the amateur radio hobby. I started posting videos last year, and it was sort of yeah, I'll do it, whatever. This is weird, Dad. Why would I I'm gonna have my face on the internet. People are gonna know this. Since then, my boss has actually put my videos on the big screen in the dining room. So yes, everybody does know about my YouTube channel, but it's become something that I'm really proud of. And it's so funny when I look back on my old videos, because I'm I have changed so much, and you guys have been a big part of that. And I hope to continue doing amateur radio. I hope to continue enjoying the hobby and being a part of this community for a long time to come. And I know that I'm going to turn 18 and be an adult at some point, and that thought is quite frankly scary. But I know that I have had so much fun. I've had so much fun talking with all of you, everybody that I've made contacts with, everybody who's watching the stream today, and just everybody who supports the channel. A gigantic, amazing thank you. I appreciate all of you so much. And then also, real quick, N0SSC, hey, I made it before the end, lol. Thank you for the super chat.
Sterling.
Thank you, Sterling.
He's running.
Yeah, and then the last thank you that I would like to give is to Elizabeth KD9ORR, Jherica KI5HTA, Sam, who was here at the very beginning, and also the other member of the YL gang who is not here today, Alana. You guys have convinced me that being a YL in ham radio is not weird, and I have truly had so much fun talking to you. Some of those Zoom calls we shall not mention. But I have had so much fun talking to all of you, and I really wasn't sure how this stream was gonna go at the very beginning. I was nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the ham fest, but it was a ton of fun. So if you are watching, if you gave a like, if you subscribed, thank you all so much. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. 73.
7.
7-3.
That's not gonna work. 7-3. Bye.
Bye.